Men are naturally born egocentric. Men naturally have egos that need to be romanced. No man wants to lose their identity because of a woman. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria. If you're seeing my face on YouTube for the very first time, please do not make it your last time. Go ahead, don't hesitate, subscribe and become a part of our family. Now, from the title of today's video, you can tell that I will be talking about the things that you need to stop doing if you want to gain your man's attention. Now, a lot of times, many people find it very difficult to get the attention of their spouses, their men particularly, because this video is more or less going to be addressing the ladies. Now, you hear women complain about the man not giving them attention, him not being available, him not listening, and so on and so forth. Now, men are wired differently from women. Now, over time, from my little years of experience in marriage, I'm 12 years, by the way, in marriage. I know that's not a lot, but I think I can have a voice, and I think I have an opinion based on my own experience. And this is what I want to share in today's video. Now, if you want to gain your man's attention, here are 5 things you need to stop doing and begin to work towards getting your man's full attention. In no particular order, the first thing is stop being an ingrate. By this, I mean that you need to stop being ungrateful. Men like it when you show them gratitude, even in the littlest of things. You need to show that you're grateful for when they have a lot to offer to you. And you also need to show that you're still grateful even when they have very little to offer to you. Now, many people might have contrary opinion, but this is my own, this is my own view. Now, you need to show that you're grateful even in small and in plenty. Now, this gratitude is not only in gifts or, tangible things. Now, sometimes you find men go out of their way to assist. In the home front, it's a lot. A lot of women can relate to this, that keeping the home is a very tedious task. Now, if you feel that 9 to 5 is the only job that there is, then I beg to differ. Because if you are the home front, catering for the kids, cleaning the home, cooking meals, attending to every single thing that comes up at the home front, you can tell that it's a very huge task. So having a man who is domesticated and who is willing to assist is a plus, and they should be appreciated for it. Now, a lot of men are not domesticated. Don't get me wrong. It's okay if you know that your man is not domesticated and you're fine with that. It also has to do with the way that man was brought up, or if he's willing to, make a personal change. Some men are not brought up in a way that they can actually do the chores, more like wash dishes, make beds, clean the floor and things like that. Not all men fancy doing that. Not all men have, the disposition. It's okay. Some men have strength in other things. But if you have a man who is willing to, change, or who is willing to help, regardless of the fact that they may not be brought up that way, then you should appreciate them. Now, where some people get it wrong is where you now feel that as a woman, this is a handful, I have a lot in my hands to do. Yes, agreed. Really can be a handful. Now, expecting the man to, automatically key in and begins to do these things. And sometimes we find women who even take it personally, the kind of create a fight and accuse their husbands if they are not up and doing or assisting in one way or the other, either assisting with the baby or assisting in the kitchen or assisting with chores. And it's okay to find how to make them understand the need for them to, lend a helping hand, instead of just flaring up and becoming angry or creating a fight. Now, if they happen to, please appreciate them. Do not be an ingrate. Now, men like it when their women appreciate even the littlest of things. This has worked for me. I must tell you, this has worked for me as a wife over the years. When my husband offers little, I show so much gratitude, and I mean it. It's not like I'm acting it. I mean it from the depths of my heart. I am grateful. And if he does, the most things, like the big things, things you can consider really big things, I still show, my gratitude. And I really have trained myself to show this genuinely. So that is what you want to stop doing. Stop being an ingrate. Stop being ungrateful. Be grateful for the most things and be grateful for the little things. Another thing you want to stop doing is stop trying to prove a point, nagging, or raising a voice, or being so defensive. Now, if you want to prove a point, do it in the most subtle, in the most mature, in the most calm, and in the most responsible manner. Now, a man is egocentric in nature. Most men are. I said that from the beginning, and I still hold that if you want to gain your man's attention, if you want your man to listen to you, then you should be able to speak to him in a way that you can have him actually listen. Now, sometimes you might be right in your judgments, whatever it is you want to discuss with your husband, you might be totally right, but the manner at which you present your points really matters. Don't forget, again, I'm saying this from my years of experience and how I have, grown through the years and nurtured myself through the years. I didn't used to be the woman I am today. You know, when I was very young in marriage, say the first year, second year, the difference is very massive. Like my husband looks at me, I'm like, and he's like, "You've changed, like you have so changed." And it's a beautiful thing to change because change is the only constant thing in life, right? So you need to learn to speak to your spouse, very calmly. You don't have to raise your voice. It doesn't matter how much you raise your voice. That's not what determines or guarantees him actually hearing or listening to you. In fact, the more you raise your voice or try to prove a point or be defensive, the more he loses out or locks his heart towards even listening and actually hearing you. If you like, choose a convenient time of the day. Now, monitor his mood. Be sure that he's in a very, stable and calm state of mind. Be sure that he doesn't have anything bothering him or he's not moody. And then make your points clear in a most mature way. The calmer you are, the more reasonable you are, the more mature you are, the more subtle you are in presenting your points to him, firmly too, he would pick the message and I bet you he would actually listen to you. It works. Now, another thing is keep your space welcoming, even the tackiest of men. Or a lot of men do not really have this, they're not big on personal hygiene. I know that there are some women too who are not also big on personal hygiene, but over the years I've come to realize that even the tackiest of men like it when their homes are put together. A man will give you his full attention. A man will listen to you. A man will long to come back home if he's going to come into a welcoming space. Now, ensure that you keep your home really welcoming, clean, tidy, and organized. It's very important. He helps the men to also calm. Personally, I'm speaking from a personal point of view. I'm this kind of person that I'm more or less a perfectionist when it comes to keeping my space organized and clean. I like it really, really clean. It helps me, calm down. I was telling my kids the other day that why I like it very clean and I'm very particular about, having my space really organized. It's because when it's not, I can't think straight. Like I'm a bit edgy and all of that. Now, it also happens to the men. They want to come back home having a very clean and freshly scented atmosphere other than having the whole place, really, really untidy and disorganized. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but there are ways you can go about it. I might do another video, sharing tips that I have used over time to really keep my home tidy. I have friends who come in and say, your home looks like you don't even have kids. And even from way back when my kids were still toddlers, I currently even have a toddler right now. I have a way of ensuring that my space is tidy because it helps my sanity personally. So if you want to really get your man's attention and you want to keep him, running back home every single now and then, ensure that the space is safe, clean, organized, and tidy. Trust me again, it works. Now, don't be disrespectful. Do not be disrespectful. Now, some women grow over time to become so used to their spouses to the extent that they now forget that this man, you know, is God has put him as the head of the home and my head as well. More like, yes, we are women, as women, we are the support system, we are the neck, while the men are the head. Now every man yearns for respect. Respect is that thing that men can exchange for love. Would I say that? If you respect a man, he would go over and above. He will outdo himself to love you. Now, this is fact. Even the smallest of men, no matter their age, no matter their stature, no matter their physique, it doesn't matter whether they're short, small, big, tall, huge, no matter how a man looks, that man, you know, hungers and yearns for a woman's respect. If you respect a man, you will get his full 100% attention. Trust me on this one. Every man also deserves to be respected. Now, respect is broad. It begins from the tiniest of things as well. From the way you even serve your man his meal, it shows if you respect him. Now, a man is welcomed into his home, with a warm hug, a kiss, a peck, anyhow, you do it that is peculiar to you. He served his meal in the most fancy way. You know how you just use any kind of dish to serve just anybody? It shouldn't be so. Like in my home, I have a special dish for my husband. I have a special dish that I use to serve him. I serve him so respectfully that even if he's not hungry, when he looks at the meal, he should want to eat. That is also respect. You respect him, you know, even the way you speak to him, the way you correct him. Nobody is perfect. Everybody have their imperfections and their weaknesses. Now your man could have gone out of attitude. The man would have gone out of character. Your man would have done something that you're not really proud of. But because you respect him, you're bringing him back in, you're talking to him respectfully and making him know that yes, even though you're disappointed at what he has done, or even though you know that he has done something wrong, more or less, smash it all over his face that he has so messed up and he's good for nothing. You still make him understand that he has room to improve on his behavior and be better. Now the way you talk to him, even when you're outside your home, matters a lot. Some people are, I don't know, it's so amazing how some women do this. Like, you talk to your husband in just any manner regardless of where you are. How do you expect to get his attention? He can't love you that much. Check out the other men who really adore their women. Check out the way the women also respect their husbands. So it's a win-win situation. You can't give what you do not have, and you cannot eat your cake and have it. Okay? So you need to respect your man in every ramification. If he's older, if he's younger, if your age mates, it doesn't matter. As much as he is a man, give him that manly respect. He's going to love you and he's going to give you his full attention if you do this. Lastly, do not hold back. Now, many people might have their misconception about, many people might have their own opinion about this particular point, but this is my opinion. Do not hold back. Bring your quota to the table. You will get your man's full attention and you will get his love. Now, especially if you understand that your man is sacrificial, do not hold back. Now, personally, my husband is a very sacrificial person. He brings even things that I may never know if he does not tell me. He still tells me. Now, I'm talking about finances now. If he never told me, I probably would never know. But he chooses to tell me when he has struck some deals, gained some money, and all of that. Then, as a woman, would it not be unfair that I hold back my resources and I don't contribute my quota to the growth of the family? That would really be unfair. So if you're able to bring to the table, if you're able to contribute, a lot of women I have seen, a lot of women try to hold back. I'm not saying, now this is very tricky, it's very dicey, and it has so many dimensions. I'm not saying bring all your savings, all your earnings, or whatever, and give it to the man. Okay, now you also need to have to plan for your own rainy days and for the future. Now that you're married to a man does not mean you don't have your life as well, you don't have family to support, and so on and so forth. But I know that some women do not even think about contributing at all to their family, like they rely solely on the men, and it can be so overwhelming if you hear from the part of the men. So try to contribute to a quota, try to be supportive in your own way, and watch your man love and adore you to the fullest. He's going to listen to you, he's going to pay you so much attention, he's going to love you, he's going to cherish you, and he's going to talk about you to other people in the positive light. Now, I'm just going to keep this video short. I'm just going to end this here. There's so many things to talk about, but I don't want this video to be too long. So if you found value, if this is what you can relate to, and if you think this helped, please go ahead to give this video a thumbs up, a like. It's really important to help the channel grow. And equally smash the subscribe button. It's not so difficult at all, trust me. It's just for you to smash that red subscribe button, and that will be it. You would have subscribed and become a member of this beautiful community. So thank you for staying glued. Thank you for watching. And if you watched to the end, special thanks for you. Please do not stop here. I'll see you in the very next one. Bye.